It is a video on verbal analogy. In this video, you'll learn what is verbal analogy, common types of word association in verbal analogy, and exercises. At the outset, we look at what is the objective of verbal analogy. To evaluate one's ability to comprehend the relationship that exists between two objects, things, or figures. So first you have to find out your find out the logic given in the first part of the verbal analogy, and then you have to find out what features that has been used in the first part, and then you have to choose the right option for in the given options. So this is exclusively based on analysis, understanding, and choose the right options in the given verbal analogy. So the recognizing word relations, using them as models to find similar connections in different pairs. So the pair will be given in the questions, but you have to find out what is the common types of verbal analogy it is, and then you have to find out the features or similarities, and then you have to apply in the second part. Then you can find it. Then recognize the word relationship is the most important factor in verbal analogy. If you find it rightly, then you can easily choose the right option. Now look at the one example on verbal analogy. Ship is related to captain in the same was newspaper. So look at it. Ship is related to captain. The same was newspaper. What will be the right option? First option, reader, printer, publisher, editor. Take 5 seconds. They choose the right option, and then we can discuss why it is right, why remaining options are wrong. Okay, who will be the owner of the ship? The ship of the owner is different, captain is different. Captain, he knows how to reach the ship in the seashore or the destination. Like the captain is different, the owner is different. Like that, you can think about it. Most of you make mistakes using that. Okay, captain is not owner of newspaper, then publisher, then they think about like that. Not like that. Now look at the newspaper. Reader, no. Printer, no. Publisher, publisher. Suppose the chip is related to owner of the chip. Okay, you can use the publisher. Here it is like that. Newspaper is related to editor. How does captain relate to chair? Editor, similarly, editor is responsible for the newspaper articles. Okay, so captain is responsible for all operations on chair, and editor is responsible for all words in newspaper. First, you have to find out the feature or similarities given in the first pair of the question, and then you can apply the same in the second part. In order to understand the features and similar of verbal analogy, now look at the common types of word associations in verbal analogy. If you know the common types, then you can easily guess what is the relation in the first part, then how to choose the right option for the given blank. First one, synonyms. What is the meaning for the similar meaning or the meaning in similarity. For example, happy is to for joyful, sad is to mournful. The second type, antonyms. The relationship involves opposites in meaning. For example, hot is to cold, happy is to sad. It is the opposite. So synonyms and antonyms. Part to whole. The relationship represents the part to the whole connection. For example, finger is to hand, toe is to foot. This is the part to whole. Next, whole to part. So the whole to part connection. For example, car is to tire, book is to page. Next one, cause and effect. The relationship indicates a cause and effect connection. For example, fire is to burn as cut is to bleed. So what happened? There is here some cause, then something happens because of that cause. So this is a cause and effect. The sixth common type is tool and its function. Pen, what is the purpose of using pen? We can use pen to write something on the paper. Knife is to cut. So like that, what is the function of the tool? We can, it is also one type of verbal analogy. Next one, attribute. What is the meaning for the word attribute? It means quality or a feature of something or somebody. See, look at the example then. What is the blue is to sky? What is the blue? What is the quality or the features of the blue? We can see it in the sky. But green refers to grass. So what is the quality or features of something or somebody is related to the attribute. Then object, the things. The relationship signifies an attribute and its associated object. For example, green is to grass as blue is to sky. Next one is relating to sequential order. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, or second, fourth, sixth, eighth. Or you can use it in order in one by one, or if there is a similar gap in the numbers, so it's a sequential order. Next one is about category and number. The relationship represents a category on its number. For example, rose is to flower. Flower is the common term, then rose is to involved or related to flower. Lion is to animal. Animal is a common term, then you can be lion, cheetah, giraffe. Okay, there are many things involved in animals. This is a category and number. Next one, analogy of function. What the analogy means? Comparison of one thing with the other thing that has similar features. For example, what is the similar function of the given word in the first part? Then you have to find out the same for the given second part or second pair of the verbal analogy. The relationship focus on the function of the words. For instance, eat is to food, read is to book. So this is the similar. Eat, what we can eat? We can eat food. So what do we do? We can read books in order to improve our knowledge. Degree or intensity. The differences in degree intensity. So look at warm, whether it is a season, based on the season we can use it. Warm is to hot, cool is to cold. It is a degree or intensity related category. Finally, associations in time. It is based on temporal connection. For example, youth is to old age, morning is to evening. So if you are youth today, then you will be in old age after a few decades. Then if it is morning, then we'll have the evening. We have the evening, then we'll have the morning the next day. Like that, there should be associations in time. Okay, there are 12 com, common types of word associations in verbal analogy. If you know all types of verbal analogy, then you may find easy to choose the right options for the given pair in the question paper. Now look at some examples. The third part of the video is related to the exercise. Now we have first 10 questions. There are totally 25 questions in this video. Then first you look at the first 5 questions and the next slide you get another 5 questions. First you have to read the question and then find out the what type of verbal analogy or what type of pair verbal analogy given in the first part. Then you have to apply in the second part and write down answers in your notebook and then you have to do self-analysis. Okay, now discuss. Sun, day, moon. So sun, this is a time association. Sun refers to day, moon refers to night. So like that, you have to write options in your notebook, then check it. Now you also look at the next these five questions. Next five you have to write down answer, then you have to do self-analysis. Cat and meow. Just think about it. What's the common features? Cat, meow. So the sounds of the animal. Okay. So how does make dog or what is the name for the dog's voice? Is the bark, the whine, roar. Everyone knows it's a bark. So cat sounds is meow, dog sounds related to bark. Ocean, sea, forest. Look at it. Ocean is the we can talk about the entire thing. Ocean. The part of is the whole to parts. Then look at it. Forest refers to the many. Then what should be in a tree? No, it is only single. Not then jungle. Jungle may be right. Look at the next option. Desert. Then mountain. So we look at all the options. Then forest. Forest is related to jungle. Author, book, painter. So what does an author do? He or she has something in his mind. Then he used the papers to write his ideas on it and then compile is called book. Then painter, he has some imagination or he has something in his mind. He or she has to reflect what in his mind or her mind. Then where does he or she draw it? Palette, brush, sculpture, canvas. Just look at it. The sculpture, brush, palette, canvas. So authors use his ideas and the book. Similarly, canvas means it is a cloth to be used for painting. So painter, what does he do? He used the canvas to draw on the cloth. Then what is the name for the cloth? It is a canvas. So canvas is the right option. Next, fifth one, doctor stethoscope. Here look at it. Tool. Doctor stethoscope. Doctor uses stethoscope. Chef uses knife to cut. Okay, this is tool. Recipe, oven, apron. Okay, knife would be the tool, so it should be the appropriate answer for the fifth questions. So like that, you have to find out right option for all these five questions, and you have to write down and you have to check it in the next slide. Take 5 minutes time and then make pause of this video and write answers and check it. If you have written all the questions rightly, you can always then you move to the next level of the questions. If not, you have to analyze and you have to find out the common types of word associations. Then you have to read it and you have to apply the logic and then you have to choose the right option. So these answers for the first five questions. This answer for next five questions. Now look at the next level of the questions. Mouth is to eat, eye is to. Okay, like that you have to read all the questions and write answers in your notebook and you have to do self-analysis. So 16 to 20. So you find the 20 questions in this type and then you can find the answers just to make the pause and check your answers for the 16 to 20. Next one, that's the next level. If you're good at the first level and then second level, and then you have another level. So you can find it is a on advanced if you're on advanced. Okay, if you have good thorough knowledge and then what is analogy, then common types of word associations, then you have complete the first level and then second level, it will be third level. So you have to read all the options and then you have to choose with the logic and then you have to check your answers. Okay. So if you have understood the types of verbal analogy, and then if you know, then analyze and then find out the features and similarities of the first pair in verbal analogy, you can easily choose the right option using your analysis skills and your knowledge of understanding the common types. So this is what you can do it for verbal analogy. So after that you have to choose the right option and then check your answers. If you have doubts, then if you are not very clear about it, then you may find it how does it the right option for this particular questions. Now we have the explanation. You can find the explanations, then you have to read. For example, downpour as the given analogy is the of varying intensity. Like that you have to read all the explanations for these five questions and then you can improve verbal analogy skills. Okay.